Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. It's a beautiful day out there. It's going to be right around 50 degrees. It's the end of winter and I need to go spray the last winter spray of the deer repellent. Hi, kitty. This spray right here is not the most important of the sprays. Like the next spray and the one after that, once the buds start swelling and little tiny leaves start coming out, the deer just love to come along and pluck those off. So the next two sprays are more important than this, but this one's got to be done anyways. I really don't need to spray those upper ones. I also brought my Felco pruning shears and I'm going to do the very last pruning. I don't have many to prune, but I remembered that I wanted to take this off right here because it's crossing up here. So I'll get rid of that. You have to prune in the winter, otherwise you leave your trees susceptible to disease. So I got to get this done on this trip or wait till next year. I got to sharpen this pruning shears. All right, that should do it. After a while, I'm not going to prune these at all anymore, but until they get big and filled in, I'm going to try to keep them as healthy as possible by getting rid of all those crossing branches and stuff. All right, a little more spray on this one and we'll head on down to the rest. I took the top off of this one the last time I pruned, so now this one is, I don't know, maybe 4 feet tall. This one is really prime for the deer to come through. It's right on the deer trail. The deer will come through here and just bite the tops off of all these. So this one, I really want to make sure is sprayed real well. You can see where they bit off right here. That was earlier though. All right, that should be good. The next one is in big danger as well. And then after that, not really. If you remember, this one was pruned big time. You can see 2 little stumps there. This does not need any more pruning, but again, we're right along the deer trail. They go right by that big walnut right there. So, really want to spray this one good. And be sure to get the next spray in on time. The ones down in the woods, I kind of passed them up with one spray and the deer really slaughtered them. All right, the next one, it's still on the deer trail, so we'll get that one sprayed as well. This is what I pruned off the first one, and you don't want to leave that on the ground near your tree. You want to get it to your burn pile and burn it. Okay, this one, this is a real busy tree, lots of branches, but I don't think I'm going to prune anything off of this. This is getting close to crossing, but I think it'll be okay for now. We'll just get these outer buds. That's really all the deer are going to take off. This one, it would be a real serious problem if the deer bit off the top of this. It would have to start growing from one of these side shoots, and it would just take it a lot longer to get tall enough so that the deer don't mess with it. This one was in real bad shape, and I believe I pruned off, yeah, there it is. It was the main trunk, but the main trunk was really sickly, and then it had this healthy shoot coming up on the side, so I decided to just get rid of the main trunk and go with this healthy shoot. Alright, I'm right behind the wood shop now. A lot of deer were coming through here late in the year last year. I don't know if this is the new deer trail here or not, but we'll spray this one pretty good. This one doesn't really have any damage on it that I've seen. Nope, pretty much nothing. But we'll spray it pretty good just in case, because it is a beautiful tree. Alright, I finished up the big trees over on the other side of the road. I refilled my container, and now I'm doing the, what were these? I think these were 1 to 2 foot trees, bare root trees, and this will be their 3rd year. This one right here was damaged pretty bad by the deer, slaughtered actually, but the rest of these, except for the one on the very end, are doing really well. Look at how tall that is. This was only, well, about this tall at the beginning of last summer. I think these are going to really take off this year. Oh, that's problematic. Got a double trunk here. Let me take that off right away. Kind of seems like a waste to take off a whole tree like that whole second trunk, but it'll be a lot healthier tree with that gone. After a while, they'll collect water at that joint, and they'll either rot out right there, or they'll split, or both. All right, I think the next one has the same thing. Yes, it does. And this one, yep, it's right at ground level as well. I'm going to take this out. All right, another trunk bites the dust. You could see where this one was bitten off here and here. Again, I really want these to get taller than where the deer are going to damage the top this year. I think they'll do it. Okay, this one is kind of a basket case. I should take this whole thing off right here, and I probably will, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to let this one go for this year and then revisit it next year. We'll see what happens with this. At least, at the very least, I should take one of these off, but yeah, I'll take one of these off. I think I'll take this closer one off here. This one has some distance from the main trunk, so shouldn't be too much of a problem with shading. All right, that looks a lot better. Like I said, I'll probably take this off right here, either next year or the year after, but should be good for now. All right, I'm at the end of the yard here. I have a tree here, one behind there, and one right there, and then there's some more right up in here. This one got bit off right there and started to regrow. I really don't want that to happen. Hopefully I can stop that by spraying these real good. Yeah, that next one is right behind the cedar here, and I can't remember if that one got bit off too. No, it did not. I believe it was the one right over here that was bitten off. Yeah, this one's still doing good. Yeah, these are in big danger from rabbits more than deer. Got a big mess to clean up here this spring. Alright, this one isn't too bad. This one was almost as tall as the stick here, and then it got bitten off really low. Yeah, it got bitten off right here. This is all new growth here. It's really beautiful down here right now. Not much wind. There is our new wood shop right there. That's a house. And this is the rock road right here. This road right here goes down into Spirit Hollow, and then there's another road going up onto the next ridge back there. That's where one of my nephews hunts. Oh, this is going to be hard to throw. All right, let me throw this, and I'll get back with you with the first tree right there. All right, this is the tree. This is the American Chestnut that the deer really mangled up. You could see a deer was rubbing on this. And what I'm going to do is take off these lower branches. We'll go to right there. I'm going to spray this bottom part really well. Well, I'm going to spray the whole tree really well. And hopefully the animals will leave this alone for another year or two, and it can get tall enough to escape them. Now we got a cat coming with us. That's Maisie. Yeah, these chestnuts, I'm just going to spray the entire tree. You could see where it was bitten off there, but the main damage is on the trunk there. Hopefully this survives. Okay, and now we're at the tree that was pinned down on the ground. This thing right here, I don't think it's chestnut, but it could be. But either way, it doesn't need to be right here. Yeah, that probably was chestnut. All right, I'm going to take off a couple of these lower branches on this. And I'll probably take this one off as well. All right, I think I will leave it at that. This thing is already, oh, it's probably 8.5 feet tall. So by the end of this summer, I'm going to say this thing is probably going to be pushing 10 feet tall. Okay, I'm at the very last tree. What I did was start out by that first tree, which is way up that way. I walked around the big loop there, and I was going to finish up down there by the vineyard, but there's a lot of people down there, so I came back up this way. I usually don't spray these along the woods here, because I thought they were all dead, except for this one. But it looks like I might have 3 of the 4 still living. We'll find out as soon as they bud out, but I do know that this one was alive the last time I saw it. Izzy is losing the majority of her fear when we're going on walks. She's already made it through a couple gunshots where she didn't run all the way home, which is a good thing because there's a lot of gunshots around here. Okay, that's going to wrap it up. The next spray on these trees will be in a month. That'll be in mid or early April. And then I'll be planting 4 more bur oaks, medium-sized one. I think they're 3 to 4 foot. I'll be planting them as soon as those are shipped, which will probably be like the beginning of May. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.